Okay, we're on. Okay, I know I got behind. It's time for Ask Allison. And I promised you on the last Ask Allison, we would talk about ways to be a Rockstar board member. And it can be a Rockstar volunteer, a social media ambassador, board member, whatever. But you can be a Rockstar for your favorite organization. And here are 5 easy ways. So if you are a development person or a nonprofit staff member, this is something you can tips you can share with your board members, volunteers, donors, anybody involved. That was my phone going off, so I just turned it off. Anyway, easy ways to be a Rockstar board member / volunteer / ambassador for your favorite organizations. Here we go. So you want to be a rock star? I'm going to give you the easiest ways to do that. So the reason that we serve on boards and the reason we want to be involved in some of this is because we're passionate about it. I think a lot of board members get uncomfortable because they think that they have to do all this fundraising, that's all it's about. That's not all it's about. That's not everything. So you don't need to get worried about all the fundraising stuff, because the main thing that we need from you is to help us reach a bigger circle of people. So you got the inner circle, which is the staff and the participants, and the people in need. And then you got the board is part of that, the inner circle or the family. They're the closest, to us. So we need that inner circle to expand to the next circle of people. And so it's everybody that we know. And how do we, get them to be aware of the organization that we're so passionate about that we serve on the board? So the first thing you can do, simple as pie, if pie was simple, take time each day or every other day to get on social media. Now, I know most of us are on it already. Take a minute to go to the page of your favorite organization that you're on the board for and like, comment, or share the post. So right now, you know that, well, you may not know this, but I'm in a production, a play, musical for Arkansas Public Theater. And so what I've noticed is, because there's a new cast for every show. So I'm a part of this cast. Well, everything that APT shares, the cast is all going there and sharing and commenting and liking the posts. And so guess what? APT is getting shared to all these new levels of people. And on social media, the whole idea is you want it to authentically share and break the algorithm, because the social media platforms want us to pay to spread the word faster or further. They want us to pay for that. It's pretty inexpensive advertising through Facebook or Instagram. They want us to pay for those posts to go further. But if we go and share that on our own, then we don't have to pay. So there's sometimes you would pay to just get it to go further, but if everyone in the inner circle is sharing on their pages, that just gets you further without having to pay for it. So that's why it's so important. So everybody in this show, we've all been sharing, we've all been putting it on our stories, buy tickets, come see the show, because it's going to be a great show. Oh my gosh, it's so fun. But that's a whole nother Ask Allison post. Anyway, I am seeing it in real life now. Every time I share, every time I post, other members of the cast, there's 16 of us, we're all posting and sharing everything that APT puts out there. And so the audience that it's seeing is every one of us has a list of friends. They are all seeing it. And then they're probably liking, commenting, sharing, or saying, I'll get tickets or whatever. So it works. It really works. So you want to like, comment, share, tag people, check in when you get to somewhere for a board meeting. Check in. When I get to the theater tomorrow night, I should check in and say, checked into APT for the show. All that, it works. I know it sounds so crazy, but do that. 4 or 5 times a week, share all the things from your organization's page. You will not see your organization in your feed until you start regularly visiting their page. And I have noticed that on the front end with my Rotary Club. So all of a sudden, now that I'm commenting and sharing and liking those posts, they're showing up in my feed all the time. So you have to do that too. And I'm telling you, it just works. You want to see more, say your kid goes to Oakdale Middle School. You want to see more of Oakdale's posts? Go find Oakdale, make sure you're following it or liking it, and then make sure you visit it every day. And then if the more you visit, like, comment, and share, the more it shows up in your feed. Okay, second thing, tell someone. Set a personal goal to talk to someone each week about your favorite organization or the organization you're a board member for or the organization you work for. Just bring it up with somebody. There are interesting things to talk about, and you don't have to know jargon or details or the specifics. You just need to know why you're passionate about being on the board. So say you're passionate and you're on the single parent scholarship board. Well, guess what? Everybody knows a single parent. So anytime you're in a conversation, I guarantee you there's a way for that to be relevant. Even if it's not about single parents, it's, what do you do in your spare time? Well, I love to sing. I love to go swimming. I love to walk. And I also serve on the single parent scholarship board. Now, I don't personally serve on that board right now, but I've been on a committee there, and but if you're on a board, tell someone about it. Tell yourself you're going to try to figure out how to tell someone, at least one person a week, about your organization, why you serve, why you work there, why you're on the board, why you volunteer, whatever. Bring it up and share that. And why. The big thing is, why are you on the board? Allison, why did you decide to do this APT show? Oh, well, tell the story. Like, why do you serve on the Open Avenues board? Well, I have a place in my heart for people with disabilities. Why do you serve on the single parent scholarship board? If I served on that board, I would say my mom was a single parent who went back to college to get her master's degree while my brother and I, she was, raising my brother and I, because my dad didn't live close. He lived 5 hours away. So single parent scholarship means a lot to me. There are so many organizations that you're serving on, and you're passionate, and people just want to know why you're passionate about it and why you serve. And if you know that starts the conversation right there. And then it gets people excited about it. And then you can say, we've got something coming up. You should come, play in our golf tournament. You should join us at the party. You should come to our special tasting. There are just ways to bring it up. So just tell yourself, challenge yourself. Once a week, you're going to bring it up. Why you're passionate about the cause that you serve on the board, or why you work there. Bring it up and talk about it with somebody. If you have a place that provides tours, so I'm really involved working with the Museum Foundation right now, the Rogers Historical Museum. Guess what? It's a great place to bring people for a tour. So invite someone new for a tour of the organization, or to meet with the staff, like the executive director or the CEO or the development professional. Yeah, think of reasons and ways to bring them for a tour. I was talking with a lady today that her grandkids absolutely love the little kitchen and the little play area there at the museum. So she brought them there to do that, and so she went on and on about that. I should be telling people, oh my goodness, have you taken your grandkids down to the museum? I'm going to do that tomorrow because I heard the story today and heard how wonderful it is. So You can find all kinds of ways. There are a lot of organizations that don't have the capabilities for a tour, like Open Avenues is a great place to take someone for a tour. The museum, great place to take someone for a tour. But say you work for, let me think, we could say single parent scholarship. It's an office. You could take someone for a tour there, but that's probably not, you wouldn't say, come take a tour of the office. So you can do other things. You can invite people to meet and connect with the staff. I'd love for you to meet my friend Frankie, who works at Single Parent Scholarship, so she can tell you about the plans for the future. Or I'd love for you to meet with Stephen at Single Parent Scholarship, because I want him to tell you about all the ways your business can get involved. Find ways to introduce people to the mission or to the people that work there. And it's like including them in things. You can, number 3, host a gathering at your home, or even just at a restaurant, or maybe in the bar area of a restaurant, and just have the CEO or the development person come and just do a little spill and say, tonight we're doing happy hour, and it's all to benefit Kendrick Fincher Hydration Foundation. And so every time you drink a beer, you've got to drink a whole thing of water too, or just come up with something fun. It does not have to be fancy. You can tell them, I'm passionate about this because, and I want everybody to have happy hour, and I want to tell you about it. So come have a beer and let's talk about my favorite mission, and have the staff there to tell their story. You can get all these people that show up to be new social media ambassadors for your cause. You can get them involved in other ways. It doesn't have to be a fundraiser, but it's definitely a friend raiser. So think of ways to do that. You can share all the stuff with everybody that night. Make sure they have all your sponsorship information for the whole year. And tell them, mark your calendar. We'd love for you to see you at the fall social or whatever. But it's just a way to do friends. Like, think of it as Gail Perry is one of the people I follow in fundraising. She's always having porch parties. It's like, have your porch party. Have it wherever. Have it at the bar, at the restaurant. Have it in your backyard. Have it on your front porch. Have it at your house. You and some friends go together and have it at someone else's house. It's such an easy way to get new friends and connect people to the organization. And like I said, it doesn't have to be where we ask people for money. It's where we're getting them interested. We're just sharing the information, and you're just making connections. Okay, I think I'm on number 4. Invite the staff, the CEO or the executive director or the development director, or both, or whoever's appropriate. Invite them to other events when you have seats at the table. So say you're going to the chamber banquet, and you've got 6 seats filled and you got 4 more open. Think of the favorite nonprofits that you're involved with and invite them to fill the table. Then they get to sit around the table with some other executives from your office or other people you've invited, and they just get to meet more people. And guess what happens? Oh, so-and-so, this is Allison. She's the blah, blah, blah at the blah, blah, blah. And we do this. I serve on the board, and that's why I invited her tonight. Like, it's just an easy way to make connections. So fill those seats with some of your favorite nonprofit staff members. You can introduce them to people, like I said, and include them in activities that would give them great connections. So just connect those dots. Be thinking, especially if you have seats to fill. These nonprofit organizations, a lot of times they can't buy tables and all that stuff. So it's not something you'd budget for everything. So if they get to go to another event, it helps them on so many levels. They get to benchmark the other event. They get to meet people. They get to connect with other colleagues that are there. It's just such an easy way for you to support the cause and get the thing. Okay, did I skip one or did I get the 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5. Yay! Okay, so I've got a bonus thing. If you are serving on a board or if you are involved in something, be sure and make your personal gift to the organization. Now, I'm not saying you got to make it, write a check for $5,000. I'm saying just make a gift, a gesture, honor somebody. If you've got a good friend you've been meaning to do something for, maybe just send $25 and say, in honor of, and then they'll send an acknowledgement, and you've killed two birds with one stone. So just don't forget to make your personal commitment. You've got to do that every year for the organization you're serving on. Don't forget, it's the responsibility of a board member to make some sort of commitment. And here are just a cheat sheet of some other things. That was your sixth bonus thing. Well, here's a whole bunch more bonus. So continue to introduce people to the organization. Have a schedule, find a way to get it done. I don't know why I typed this so small, I can't even read it. Write and send thank you notes. That always helps the organization. Write and send thank you notes. It's easy breezy. You can do that. Help with all the details. Like the nonprofit staff is there and they're struggling to get everything done. Find something that you can do that take off their plate that's easy, that you can do while you're watching TV at night in your comfy chair. So help with those details. Share those emails. When the organization sends out the e-blast, tell yourself you're going to share it with 5 people. You just have to hit forward and share it. I would share it 5 separate times. I serve on the ABC board, and here's why. This is our latest newsletter, and I just wanted you to see what's coming up. I'd love if y'all would attend, or just say, I'd love for you to see what's going on. Read the story in paragraph 3, whatever. Forward those to people. It just, and say, I'm on the board, and I just wanted you to know why. It means this much to me because, and tell your story, why you're involved. Okay, let's see. Think about the places. Oh, this is a good one. I'm sorry, it's so small I can't even read the type. Think about the places you shop and that you are constantly, like if you've gotten to know everyone there. So this is a sort of embarrassing moment, but I am friends with everyone at McDonald's, both Rogers locations. So it might be time for me to ask them, how do we get donations from McDonald's? Now, I think I know, but go follow along with me here. But if there's somewhere you're going every day, is it 7 Brew? Is it Perfect Choice? Is it, Dotted Pig? Anywhere where you're shopping every day, or you're there so much that they know who you are, that is a great time to ask them to help with something, because you're supporting that business. Maybe you buy a gift card and ask, if I buy one, will you give one so that we can give a bigger prize or something. But think about the places you shop and introduce them to the mission. Even if you don't ask them for something the first time, you can easily leave information and say, the auction isn't until next fall, but I just wanted you to have the information and just think about it. I'm not going to ask you now because it's too late, but I'm thinking maybe for 24. Like, that's conversation that you can bring up, and you can find ways to get gifts for, maybe go to that place and say, I'm buying all this for the participants at the XYZ organization, and I wanted to tell you about it because they do have an auction coming up, and I'm going to try to start, getting them little happies here. So just think of the places you go all the time and find a way to tell them about your organization. Share that on social media. Was shopping today at Dotted Pig and told Sherry all about Saving Grace. Told her everything about it. Well, she had already heard about it, but I told her why it's so important to me. That's you've done so many things. You've shared her business, you've shared Saving Grace, you've shared about how you're always thinking, to try to help the organizations. Let's see. Oh, after you see who all said, we will sponsor the golf tournament. After you see all those names, find a way, drop in and buy something at their store and say, I'm here shopping today because I saw you sponsored the golf tournament. I wanted to say thank you, so I'm getting a gift card today for my mother-in-law. Or I'm getting a gift card today for my friend because I thought, well, I saw that they sponsored the such and such, and I want to support them and say thank you. That's an easy way. It gets the message out. Support someone that supported your cause. That's a great way. Shop with all the people that sponsor. If you see them on the list, go say thank you by buying something. Or even if you maybe you can't shop that day, drop a note to them and tell them thanks so much for being a sponsor. All those help. So roll up your sleeves and think of easy ways to make the connections. I hope all of this helped. It's really, when you think about it that way, it's not about just asking everybody for money. It's about making those connections. And what you're trying to do is find people that are passionate about the cause, because that is the most important thing before you start asking someone for money. Are they passionate about the cause? Because if you are talking about girls aging out of, or young women aging out of foster care and saving grace, and you find out as you're talking to this person that they're all about saving the puppies, well, then you can bless and release them to save the puppies and move on to someone that is passionate about young women aging out of foster care. But you don't know that until you try to introduce them to the mission. So it's all about making those connections. And honestly, I, might be inclined one way, but I tend to want to help everybody. So there are a lot of people out there that if they know a good cause, they just want to help. And they might give a little here and a whole lot over here, but they're not going to say no, especially if their dear friend is passionate about it. You're just making the introduction. So keep up the good work. I hope this helps, brings you a lot of good ideas for how you can help others and how you can spread the word about your favorite organizations. And also, I hope it helps you in how you can tell your board easy ways they can help, because a lot of times I think board members don't really know what it is they can do. They come to the meetings every month, but they don't know what to do in between. This is a great little checklist to give them. And it's easy. Everybody's on social media. Most people are on there so much. Why not give them a little job to do while they're there? So that's Ask Allison. Today's title was Ask Allison How to Be a Rockstar Board Member / Ambassador. So I hope that you come see my show. It opens Friday night. Like I said, it's at Arkansas Public Theater. It opens July 21st, 2023, and it closes on July 30th of 2023, downtown Rogers at the Victory. Show's called It Should Have Been You. And oh my goodness, it's a fun comedy musical farce. So I hope to see you there too. And I'm sorry it took me so long to do my Ask Allison. I'll try to get on a more of a schedule for next time. Next time, I think we're going to talk about, what were we going to talk about? I had a really good idea. What was that? Are you ready for a capital campaign? I'm going to read you off a checklist next time to see if you're ready. Some people think they're ready, but they may not be ready yet. So until next time, see ya.